guys that steps up.
Bro, I am a Gunther fan, Mac, but I cannot get out of my head. Bro, this dude lost to Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Gunther lost to Sami Zayn. Like, seriously, bro, when that happened, I'm like, bro, they just killed this guy. See, he should have wiped the floor with Sami Zayn. So, like, and bro, I got to tell you, man, my heat with Sami Zayn is, can I be honest with you, bro? Bro, you are in the opening of Raw. You look like a fucking slob. You look like a slob, bro. And if I'm a casual fan watching this at home, if I happen to stumble upon this, that's exactly what I'm saying. Who is this slob in the ring? You look like a slob. Even Mick Foley, the way Mick looked at as mankind, Mick looked like a star. Mick didn't look like a slob. You know who Sami Zayn reminds me of, bro? He reminds me of Pigpen. You know Pigpen from Charlie Brown. That's who the dude reminds me of. My hair's pulled back, but it's not pulled back neatly, and some parts of it are wet, and some parts of it, bro, clean your freaking self up. You look like a slob, okay, bro?
He wasn't smelly Brooklyn.
Like a star. What?
He wasn't smelly Brooklyn, though. So,
oh my God, bro! It's like every time I look at that dude, and him and Kevin Owens, bro, the Shakespearean acting of Sami Zayn, Sir Alec Guinness. That's the only thing I could think of. And then, bro. I'm feeling tears coming on, Chris, because I'm a writer. I'm a writer, bro. I'm a little verklempt right now.
Yeah, take it in, Vince. Take it in, man. Take it in. Take your time, bro.
I would love to know what Hulk Hogan thinks. I know what he thinks. I would just love to hear him say it when he's looking at a guy like Gunther. And then Gunther's going 50-50 with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Right.
Bro, I guarantee you Hogan would not want to work with that guy after that. I guarantee you. And he would be blowing a fit. Like, you want that guy to challenge me, and he's going 50-50 with Sami Zayn? Bro, he wouldn't work with the guy. He wouldn't want to work. And, bro, I bet you now, like the Brock Lesnar's is looking at a Gunther. Bro, remember Brock Lesnar a couple years ago didn't want to work with what's his name?
Bray Wyatt?
No, the champion for a couple of the Indian Kingston guy. What's his name?
Oh, Jinder Mahal.
He didn't want to work with Jinder Mahal, remember? And that never happened, bro. They took Jinder out and they
wrestled AJ Styles.
Exactly. Yep. I guarantee you when Brock is sitting there watching Sami Zayn, kick out of Gunther's frog splash, because Brock's an old pro. He's been around for a while. He's like, I ain't working with that guy now. You build a heel the way Kane was built, bro. He was untouchable at that point. And just really building a WrestleMania. Gunther and John Cena is going to be a barn burner. Okay, bro, first of all, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I am a fan of Gunther and John Cena. There's only one problem, bro. Sami Zayn beat Gunther. So why does this match mean anything? It means nothing, bro. It means zero. You actually think now that Gunther beating John Cena is going to give Gunther the rub when you had Sami Zayn beat Gunther? Bro, casual fans don't forget that shit. Every time I look at Gunther now, as much as I am a fan of the guy, it's like, bro, you lost to Sami Zayn. Like, bro, I'm going to be 65 in January, and I swear to God, it's 50-50 whether Sami Zayn could beat me. And he lost to freaking Gunther. Bro, that's what they don't understand. They want you to forget that shit. But casual wrestling fans don't forget that stuff, bro. See, bro, but to me, the problem is if he were ever to become world champion, bro, is that really a good look for the company? Like, let's take some of the people you talked about. Mick Foley. Mm-hmm. Okay, bro, Mick Foley, the gimmick was The guy was crazy, and you'd literally have to kill him to beat him. The Hell in the Cell. He went through the roof. He went off the roof, and he wasn't dead. That was the gimmick. Bryan Danielson, bro, you could buy into as great little wrestler and just wasn't going to give up, wasn't going to give up. Yeah. Bro, you got Sami, who's, a little doughy. Like, I don't know if a company like the WWE really wants to put the title on something like his first title defense. He's got to lose no matter who it's against. We got to put everything in its proper context. Everything you guys are talking about, you got to understand one thing. It is within the context of the bubble. Yeah. This ain't going outside the bubble. Bro, people need to understand. Daniel Bryan, whatever he calls himself these days, Daniel Bryan was within the bubble. Kofi Kingston was within the bubble. CM Punk was within the bubble. So when you're talking about over and this and that, it's within the context of the bubble. We've got to break out of that bubble, bro. Bro, listen, here's the bottom line, bro, because in the context of the bubble, he's over. People are starting to get with him. Yeah, bro, and you're down to 1.3 million people, and you're not adding any new fans. We've got to think bigger, bro, and Sami Zayn is not the answer. Daniel Bryan was not the answer. Kofi Kingston, AJ Styles was not the answer. Johnny Gargano is not the answer. We've got to start thinking outside of that, bro.
A couple things with that.
No. What do you mean no?
Why not?
Listen, bro, here's the bottom line at the end of the day. Bottom line to a casual fan like Vince Russo, bottom of the day. Here's Sami Zayn. Here's Roman Reigns. Okay, period, end of story. This guy would last 2 minutes with Roman Reigns in a fight. Period, end of story. And that's what every casual viewer sees. You cannot take this guy seriously, bro. That's why Daniel Bryan didn't draw. That's why Kofi didn't draw. That's why CM Punk didn't draw, because to the casual fan, it is not believable. You got guys in your company like Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, and this guy's going to be the champ.
What is pro wrestling to the casual fan, though?
Pro wrestling is, we were told in our minds from as far back as we can remember what a pro wrestler looks like and what a pro wrestler represents. And bro, when you watch pro wrestling as a casual fan, everybody that comes down that ramp has to be able to kick your ass without a shadow of a doubt. No, a legitimate looking, believable wrestler will get you outside of the bubble. That's what will get you outside of the bubble.
Who would that be now? Reigns?
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, bro, you've got big guys there, but that's the problem. You can't have both, bro. You can't have Braun Strowman and Almost and Brock Lesnar and Lashley and Drew McIntyre, and then Johnny Gargano is going to be a threat to who? My mother? My Johnny Gargano going to beat up my mom?
First, always a dream. Gotcha. Sami Zayn.
Let me take my glasses off and rub my head. There's a reason the WWE, I'm not even going to say wrestling business, there's a reason the WWE has gone from 8 million viewers to under 3. Because when you had the world watching wrestling, the Attitude Era, before the Attitude Era, WrestleMania 1, 2, and 3, way before. Bruno, when you had the world watching wrestling, the casual fan, when you said professional wrestling, right away in their mind, there was a picture in their mind of what a professional wrestler looks like. A professional wrestler is larger than life. A professional wrestler looks like somebody I've never seen before. When a professional wrestler walks through the airport, I'm going to know that's somebody. And I'm talking about Roddy Piper. If Roddy Piper walked through an airport, you would look at Piper and know that's somebody. Kurt Hennig. Kurt Hennig walked through an airport, you know. If Bret Hart walked through an airport, that's freaking somebody. You just knew a professional wrestler in our mind. Sami Zayn looks like my next door neighbor. I'm sorry, and that's not an insult.
I know what you're saying.
That's not an insult. I can't watch I'm 56. I can't watch a wrestling show with any kind of belief when I honestly think I could give half of the roster a good fight. Sami Zayn would probably kick my ass, but he wouldn't do it in a minute. Those freaking 205 guys, yeah, they'd all kick my ass because I'm 56, but they wouldn't do it in a minute. When I go back to looking at those guys, freaking Ken Shamrock, who's coming into my life, are you freaking kidding me? I remember once I got so hot once at Billy Gunn. The one and only time in my life I disrespected a wrestler and told Billy Gunn to go F himself. Okay? Way out of line. And the minute it came out of my mouth, I freaking regretted it. Brian James came over, and I thought this guy was going to kill me. Brian James, Road Dogg. What the freaking Sami Zayn? Who's Sami Zayn going to beat in real life? I'm just being honest. That's why they've lost the casual fan base. It's not believable. It's nothing against him. Look at me. Okay, what? I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to be a Chippendales dancer.
What about when you had to write for?
What happened to not talking about wrestling?
What happened? I know. How did we get? Well, because you know why? Because it's why people hate you. We could have been talking about your baker if your baker hated you. Anyone in your family hate you? We could talk about them. You have a cousin. Every Italian has this. Hold on. There's someone in the family that nobody talks to anymore.
Wow.
There's an uncle, a cousin that everybody cut off.
My mother, who passed away recently, had cut everybody off. She was one of those Italians. You looked at her.
No, but there was a person who did something. And the other thing is, somewhere in the lineage, it's usually now a couple of generations back, someone put a curse on somebody.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely,
yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah. The horns. The horns.
I don't want to go too far into the supernatural because this will become the Vampiro. The Italian horn or the Melioque you're talking about?
The Melioque. Yeah. The red pepper gimmick.
Right.
Yeah.
We used to have to write for, and then we'll get off wrestling, I promise.
You're stirring up all kinds of shit here, bro.
Everywhere you go, you stir shit. You know why? I'll tell you why.
Because I'm the only one who speaks the truth.
Let's leave truth. Why are you saying you are vocal?
If Sami Zayn, let me put it to you: if Sami Zayn is a professional, bro, you gotta understand. The WWE is the premier wrestling organization in the world.
Yes.
Sami Zayn made that roster. You know what statement that is? They're basically saying anybody can be a wrestler. And I don't agree with that. I think you should have to look like a freaking wrestler to be a freaking wrestler.
That's fine. I always say if everybody,
Sami Zayn fan
if everyone likes you,
taxi cab shirt under there,
if everyone likes you, you haven't done anything important.